A very warm welcome to you today on Erongo Talk. My name is Michelina Vatisas, and today we are finding ourselves in Walvis Bay at the library in town. Today we're going to bring you some news as well as we're going to speak to Natasha Dausas, who is a librarian assistant in Swakopmund. So stay tuned for the calendar day. For our news today, we have the CATS program. Monica, Namibia has been affiliated with the Commercial Advancement Training Scheme CATS program since 2005 and has had over 39 intakes with an impressive pass rate and stellar academic achievements throughout the years. Monica also had 2 executive members acting as chairperson for the CATS program. Now, the 2-year program provides dual apprenticeship training to both school leavers and employees wanting to further their professional careers. The CATS program was founded by a group of internationally oriented Namibian companies who were seeking to build and strengthen local capacity without losing staff and school leavers to lengthy and costly foreign study programs in 2005. Students are employed by one of the member companies for 2 years, and during this time, they receive both practical and theoretical training. Their practical training is acquired by on-the-job training apprenticeship at their place company, and their theoretical education by studying business subjects at the Namibia University of Science and Technology. Marin Ilonga, a 2014 graduate and current administrative assistant at Rennie's Consolidated, said that she will forever be indebted to Monica. The company made sure I had a great support system that continuously checked in on me, making sure that I was progressing well at NAST and receiving suitable exposure at work for my practical training, which they have financed. For our second news, we have dementia talk. So an informative and interesting talk on living with dementia and Alzheimer's disease was held at the Swakopmund Retirement Village on 26 November. The event was organized by Space Care Swakopmund, which is a private hospital focused on providing subacute convalescent rehabilitation and transitional care programs. Dementia is a general term for loss of memory, language, problem-solving, and overthinking abilities that are severe enough to interfere with daily life. Professor Dana Niehaus, a subspecialist in geriatric psychiatry and the head of the psychogeriatric team at Stikland Hospital, situated in South Africa, was the guest speaker. Now, Professor Niehaus shared with the elderly the different types of dementia you can get and the causes of it. One of the questions raised was why the elderly person sometimes don't remember the person they're interacting with, but laugh when he or she cracks a joke with the elderly individual used to make in their younger years. According to Professor Niehaus, this happens because the elderly's emotional memory of the past is prone to remain intact compared to the new memories made. And lastly, for our third news story, the Namibia University of Science and Technology, through the Center for Enterprise Development and in collaboration with the Deutsche Gesellschaft für internationale Zusammenarbeit, GIZ, invited a few Namibian business owners in the identified regions to apply for a digital marketing training course taking place. Now, the training objectives are to improve basic computer literacy skills and file management and increase knowledge on how to market using social media platforms, as well as learning bookkeeping fundamentals by using digital tools for business-related calculations, transactions, and accounts. Now, the CED marketing officer, Vehonga Chitavua, said that modern business world relies greatly on computerized technology to professionally complete vast amounts of tasks. As for small business owners, having decent computer skills means that they can actually perform tasks that may position them above competing candidates. She added that there are many advantages of being skilled in computer literacy. One of them being tech skills are of utmost importance for entrepreneurs. Being computer literate will create space for new ideas, creativity, and innovation that will ensure the business can compete on the mass global scale. Diativa completed. So viewers, we are here at the Swakopmund Community Library and I'm joined by the lovely Natasha Dausas. So Natasha is going to give us a brief overview of the library and how she found herself here. So welcome Natasha, thank you for having me. How are you today?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm well. So Natasha, can you inform us how you found your way here?
This is the community place. We are here to serve our community. Doesn't matter a learner or an adult, but we are here to serve the whole community.
All right, and when did you join the Swakopmund Community Library?
I joined Swakopmund Community Library in 2004, December.
Really? So you're here for quite some time.
Yes.
All right. So Natasha, can you tell us briefly, just inform us in the community why it's important for a community such as this to have a library?
Libraries is very important, mostly for our learners. Some of our learners can't read, and if you can't read, it's how can I say? Every learner has the right to read and to education. So we must start with reading with young age. So that's why the libraries is free for everyone. So we are the community library and we cater for all. But we are not the only library. We now have also a library in Mondesa. So this is the only one in town.
All right. And what times do you usually open?
We open at 9 for public, but we open at 8 for the staff. And our lunch is from 12 till 1, and we close at 5.
All right. And do you have you also experienced in your time of being here any, school visits? Maybe you get maybe a grade 5 or grade 7 learners from a school to come visit and just to see and see how it works, how the library or how being in a library feels like.
Yes, we have a lot of visits. Most of the schools, they came with maybe one grade, which is grade 1 or grade 2 or grade 3, to come and explain what is the importance of the library and how the books is shelved and how to take out the book from the shelves that we are showing the kids.
All right, so speaking of shelving books, I assume it was going to be very chaotic if they're just books left, right, and center without labels.
Yes.
So can you explain to me the importance of labeling books and putting the same books in a certain shelf?
Okay, our books is, if it is fiction, then it's alphabetically.
Okay.
And if it is non-fiction, it's about numbers. So it's a non-fiction. If it is non-fiction, it's numbers, and if it is fiction, then it's about alphabetically. And we don't mix English and Afrikaans. It's only in non-fiction that we mix English and Afrikaans. But in fiction, storybooks, we don't mix English and Afrikaans.
Okay. And other than fiction and non-fictional books, do you also have educational books, and does it touch all grades from pre-primary to high school?
Yes, we do have, but this side is only for adults, and it starts from grade 8 this side. We have the junior section, which is from toddlers up to grade 7. So this side is only for adults.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me. So now Natasha will show us briefly just after this how to take out a book from the shelf. Stay tuned. So Natasha, take it away. Please show us how to take out a book from the shelf.
Okay, if you are a first time comer to the library, mostly the kids, school kids, they use the rulers. You have to put in a ruler where you are taking out the book. And after you have seen, no, I'm not interested in this book, you have to put it back where your ruler is.
Oh, so that's the trick behind the
Yes,
ruler.
yes. But for the adults, no, they just take out,
Take out the
because if they take out here, they know where to put it back.
Alright.
But for the first comers, there must be a ruler.
Okay, and there's this thing where you can book out a book, come to the counter, you write your name. Can you also explain that process for us? How long can I, for example, if I'm interested in one of these books, how do I book it out? What are the terms and conditions on booking out a book?
Okay, you must first become a member. If you want to take out a book, there is a form that you are registering.
Okay.
For the school learners, we have to give them the form, which is a school stamp, to see whether this kid is really in school. But for adults, it's you bring residential proof for us that you are staying in Swakop. And then you have to fill in a form. Then you become a member. The books is for 2 weeks to take out. And per person, it's 3 books.
Okay, per person 3 books
3
only
books.
for
It's
2
for
weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, and what happens if I'm not done reading those 3 books in 2 weeks? Do I have to renew it?
Yes, you can call us or you can bring in a book and we have to give you another stamp.
Another stamp for
Yes.
another 2 weeks.
Another 2 weeks.
Okay, so what happens if, per se, I take the 3 books and one gets lost?
If the book gets lost, there is a price to pay. It's the price for the book plus 50% if it is the new book. But there is also books which is very old and which is the donation. Then you have to pay $75, which is the replacement for the book. Then we have to replace the book.
All right, Natasha, this was such an informative session. Thank you so much for having us. Please do enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Robert Erastus from Denison High Grade Hall. I'd like to share a very important study tip with you, and that is to relax. I know exams can be stressful, but don't forget to have fun. Watch a movie once in a while, but don't overdo it. Just be cool, and relaxed. That's it.
In our weather for today, in Walvis Bay, the sun was out at 0620 and will set at 1912. Walvis Bay is expected with a maximum temperature of 20 degrees with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 21 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 17 kilometers per hour. In Swakopmund, the sun was out at 0620 and will set at 1912. Swakopmund is expected with a maximum temperature of 19 degrees with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 19 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. In Handys Bay, the sun was out at 0622 and will set at 1912. Handys Bay is expected to have a maximum temperature of 18 degrees with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 18 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A south wind is expected to prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. In Arandis, the sun was out at 06:18 and will set at 19:10. Arandis is expected to have a maximum temperature of 26 degrees with a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 29 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A southwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. In Usakos, the sun was out at 06:16 and will set at 19:07. Usakos is expected to have a maximum temperature of 35 degrees with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 35 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A northwest wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. In Karibib, the sun was out at 06:15 and will set at 19:06. Karibib is expected to have a maximum temperature of 33 degrees with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 35 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A northwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. In our last weather for today, in Omaruru, the sun was out at 06:16 and will set at 19:05. Omaruru is expected to have a maximum temperature of 32 degrees with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 35 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A north-northwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. And that's it for today.
So viewers, if you'd like to read more about the stories that I recently just mentioned, please visit our website on www.erongo.com.na. I repeat, www.erongo.com.na. And if you'd like to share some news and videos with us, please do contact us on our WhatsApp and Telegram number, which is 08117040. I repeat, 08117040. And also, if you'd like to see more shows of NMH, please visit our channel on www.oneupto.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a bye from me.